I have heard from all directions, people talking that jobs are for sale. I know for a fact that some youngsters who had applied for certain jobs in certain departments came and told me, Madam, how can we pay? From where are we going to get this money? Obviously, if you're going to ask the youngsters for lakhs to give them a job, from where are they going to do? And you know what we are doing? By asking the youngsters to pay for their jobs, we are on, obviously, when they get the job and start working, they will try to find out how they can recover what they have paid for their jobs. And that is how corruption goes on. Okay, I know, I'm hearing from all quarters. I have met a few who have told me that they were told to pay. Okay, so this is not right. This is what we have to put a total end to. Every youngster, every youth should get a job based on merit. Okay, and sometimes maybe we help people who are very poor, sometimes at the jobs, like at the lower cadre jobs, we can help them on humanitarian grounds, but never take money from people, because you're only encouraging them to be corrupt once they start working.
But are you endorsing that there was a jobs, there is possibility of such scams?
Definitely there was. Otherwise, there is no smoke without a fire. Everybody is talking. And I have, as I said, some people who had applied, who came to me and told me that they were told that dash lakhs have to be paid for the job they had applied.
You had asked for a post and those people were not
The
given.
jobs that I had asked, in the sense, it's not a question of asking. We see, suppose a certain job is advertised for, there are applicants. Okay, now we send the list of the applicants, that's it. Okay, and from among those applicants, I hope, based on merit, they have been given. I hope so. But whoever in my constituency got the jobs, I have to speak the truth, and I always believe in the truth. Those who got jobs in my constituency, at least as far as I know, they have not paid for their jobs. But they are, at the lower level jobs.
The higher level?
Higher level, I don't know. But I have been told, not by the applicants from my constituency, but by applicants from another constituency, that they had applied in certain departments and they were told that they have to pay. I don't know, so much happened with respect to jobs. Is that fair to the youth? Sir Kejriwal has said very definitely that the annual financial budget of the state of Goa is much bigger than the annual financial budget of the state of Delhi Union Territory. Okay. However, if you are focused, if you ensure that no corruption takes place at any level, everything is possible. And the population of Delhi is far bigger than the population of the state of Goa. But the Chief Minister of Delhi has managed to give all that people deserve, because he has controlled corruption at every level. And even though their budget is smaller than the budget of Goa, he has been able to provide the basics to the people of Delhi.
Was an allegation. Okay, so how you react to that?
I did not run away.
No, some people are
Why?
Your political opponent said that you left them and you ran in the
Obviously,
middle.
I left them when I felt that I was not at peace in the party. More so because I love my land, okay, and I love the people of Goa. And if I am here, if I was in the political arena, it is only because of late Matani Saldana, who left us all of a sudden. And his dreams were always Goa first. And I felt that most of the projects that were happening and are about to happen are all anti-Goa and anti-people. And I was feeling that I cannot be with the party. I have to say that, yes, I spent 2 terms with the party, but my last term was a term where I was not happy. And so I left.
And what about the projects, ma'am? It was alleged that the projects you haven't done anything in Kortalim.
Yes, really. Then I guess people of Kortali are blind. They are not, because they can see. And whenever I go, they tell me, Madam, tuen zaite kela. This is what I hear everywhere I go. My projects are there, my market complex is there, my hospital is there, my Zwarinagar complex is there, the Kala Bhavan, which was left there as a white elephant and nobody wanted to touch it. Finally, our ex-chief minister, late Sir Parrikar, he convinced me. He said, look, so much money has been spent, he said. Okay, we cannot let that go to the dogs. We have to do it. And because he requested me, I said, okay, we'll do it. Nothing was done. It was only a skeleton. Okay, the only thing that was done, where there are staircases, railings had been put. And do you know, the railings are steel, which is completely corroded. I did not know, I'm a science student, I did not know that steel can corrode. But the railings at Kala Bhavan, are all corroded. And those railings are going to be thrown out, because such railings cannot be there in a structure which we have tried to give a certain standard.
Ma'am, if Parrikar was alive, you would have left the party anyhow?
I think if Sir Parrikar was there, today this situation would never have arisen, because Sir Parrikar was a man who also loved Goa, and he always had Goa and the people of Goa first in his heart.